Mr. Chairman,
Morning.
I appreciate your testimony, all three of you. In terms of the gender bias and access to capital, you mentioned conscious and unconscious. I'd like to ask each of you, what percentage, roughly, do you think is conscious and what percentage is unconscious?
Since the Astros won last night, sir, I'll be a little bit more bullish. Thank you, Senator, for the question. I actually think the majority, this is personal opinion, is unconscious. I'm an optimist in this world, and I also have really spent time in the venture community, and I think they're mostly good people. Okay. However, the formulas to make money have worked in an old system, and the systems just have not caught up to the amount of women who are now pitching. Okay. So I would say the majority is unconscious, and there's ways of training around that. There's a MARC training that's incredible that Catalyst does that I think if everyone sat through it, we'd see change. Thank you, Senator.
Ms. Chadwell?
I think that's impossible to quantify, but I know that it exists. I think probably the biggest issue is networks and having access, because people are comfortable doing business with people that they know, and some people say we won't even invest in someone that we don't already know. But I do know that there was a study done by Harvard and MIT together that had both a man and a woman present identical business plans, and the woman was 40% less likely to get funded. That's with an identical business plan. So it does exist.
Okay. Ms. Richards.
I concur with your comments on there. I think that, again, we can't quantify. There isn't a way for us to quantify which is conscious and unconscious. But what I think is critical is that if we have mechanisms to count the behaviors in the lending community, it gives us an opportunity to create some policies around goals and performance that helps to change behaviors, and that's what the best we can hope to have happen.
I don't know. Can you explain what you mean by that?
Certainly. So if we had implemented 1071 Dodd-Frank Act and we had collected and knew definitively where only 4% of the loans were being given to women, here, and here. We said that this is not representative of the business community, of the population at large, and it theoretically should be higher, as you have with federal government contracts, that at least 5% go to women. And then programs are in place to ensure, policies come about to ensure that you at least meet these numbers. So what it does is it takes it away from the individual's personal conscience.
I get it. Yeah, I appreciate it. I want to follow up on Senator Shaheen's excellent questions. The three of you are obviously, I mean, I've looked at your resumes. You're obviously experienced, successful, accomplished, a lot of success in life. Have you ever witnessed sexual harassment in the workplace?
I not only have witnessed it, I've been a victim several times and have made the decision to go forward in my work and to become a role model rather than stop and take a sidetrack. But in some cases, I regret that, because maybe if perhaps I'd spoken up at the time, change could have happened more quickly.
Yeah. Either of you care to add to that?
I would say the same. I've seen it with other women, and I've had experiences myself.
Okay.
I have seen it and not experienced it. But being there, everyone experiences it.
Well, I know Ms. Chadwell mentioned that it limited to the entertainment industry. I mean, we just saw today that apparently a well-known journalist, Mr. Mark Halpern, apparently is a pig as well. 5 allegations that he's admitted to. Do you think that's related to the access to capital at all?
I think that whenever you mix power with women and men, you have issues. And I think the most effective way to do this is to have both women and men sitting at the table when making decisions about access to capital.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for your testimony. I learned a lot. I appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.